Pod Apostle. Help us build the kingdom. Like, share, and subscribe. So we are familiar with this gospel from a few weeks ago at Sunday Mass. So the rich man, and Jesus says the one may be rich. Richness, being wealthy, having resources is not the sin in itself. It's what are we doing with our wealth? And so take care to guard against all greed. I remember hearing a very famous, very rich person talking about his wealth. And his attitude toward his wealth was, you want to be rich so you can have all the things you want. And then you realize you get all the things you want, and then it's just a competition to be richer than the next person. It's like, there's nothing else I want. I just want to be the richest person. And so he traded greed for pride, And greed, Jesus is telling us, take care to guard against all greed. Greed is really this kind of insatiable desire to want more than you really need. And so we're praying today that our greed would be replaced by a spirit of generosity. A spirit of generosity. This formula, it is a formula. It's a rest, eat, drink, and be merry. This would have been a way of saying, just indulge yourself in the pleasures of the flesh. So the rich man said to himself, this is the goal of my life. Rest, eat, drink, and be merry. And it's kind of conspicuous consumption. I remember saying something about this one day. If that's your retirement plan, you may want to rethink your retirement plan a little bit, okay? And the guy said to me after Mass, he said, Father Mike, that is my retirement plan, basically. I said, well, I don't know that that's God's retirement plan for you. We take care to guard against all greed. I want to talk about St. Paul of the Cross. St. Paul of the Cross, he loved the cross. He saw in the cross something that I say often. He saw in the cross the love of God. The entrance antiphon this morning, do you remember what it was? What was it? I came to preach Christ and Him crucified. The cross. Do you really see in the cross the love of God? And do you see in your cross a share in the passion of Jesus? And so this is what St. Paul of the Cross said. He said, it is with both love and grief that I embrace my cross. Does that make sense? It is with both love and grief that I embrace my cross, because I share in the passion of Jesus, but my cross is still my cross. So that really got me thinking this morning. And so Paul of the Cross, he started a religious community called the Passionists. And they meditate on the passion. This is one of their things, is the passion of our Lord. Rest, eat, drink, and be merry. Or embrace our crosses. Unite our lives to God. Yes, if we are fortunate enough to have resources, let us remember that our life does not consist of possessions. And it's not necessarily the best retirement plan just to think, I'm going to sleep too much, I'm going to eat too much, and I'm going to drink too much.
and I'm going to worry just about myself.
Take care to guard against all greed.